Alright guys, so here's what's on the bench today. It's a Danelectro. And this guitar looks like it's in great shape, but this thing definitely has a problem. If you look right here, you can see that the whole fretboard has come loose. Can you see light behind there? Okay, so I just watched a Phil McKnights video a week or two ago. He put up a video where he had a fretboard that was just coming off, you know, a little bit to about the 3rd fret or so. This thing rolls all the way down the whole distance now. So just like in the McKnights video, Amazon, these are the glue syringes that you can get, and these were just a few bucks. We'll put a link down in the video description where you can get these things. But I'm going to take the strings off, and we are going to attempt to glue this fingerboard back on here. So wish us luck. Here we go. Let's get started. So I am not sure how this guitar got damaged like that, but this is one of those guitars that came out of that last video where I had a truckload of guitars, and I did not notice that it was damaged until I had it back here at the shop and started looking at it. But this thing is definitely damaged, and I don't know if it got because of the way that I had it in the back of my truck. Who knows, right? This guitar was down in Tucson. Business partner of mine bought a giant collection of them, and I got this one from him. And you can see again that this neck is separated. So I'm thinking out loud here. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to remove the nut. And this is an aluminum nut, and I see a Phillips screw right here in the end. And I'm thinking that this will come right off. That little screw holds it in place. Yep. So that's super cool, right? Okay. Yeah, so look at this. Okay, so do I just lift it as far up as I can get it and start to glue right in this neighborhood right in here? Or should I go ahead and maybe take a putty knife and try to remove the whole entire fingerboard all the way down? Let's pull I think maybe I'll pull the neck off of the guitar. So this looks like it's got 5 neck bolts. And these 4 screws right here, these are for pickup height. Okay, so let's see if this lifts right out. And in the other video I was telling you guys about how this binding just sort of comes loose. It's doing it right there down in the corner. You see that on so many of these. Okay. Move this out of the way. Alright, so again, this neck is loose all the way up to right in here. The thing is though, if I try to pull this fingerboard completely off of here and I break it or something, then I'm out a whole entire guitar. You might as well throw it away at that point. I'll never find a replacement neck. So I'm going to try to, with the help of these, just shoot some glue in there. I'm going to loosen it up. There we go. And that's in an effort to keep this nice and flat. And I don't think I'm going to do anything to the edge here until after it's glued in. But let me open up this and we'll pull one of these gluey syringe things out of here. And I think it just, yeah, this pops out. This sits on there like that. And I think that's all there is to it. I'm going to use Tight Bond. And I'm just going to pour it in. Now I think there's a way that you could thin your glue out a little bit. Maybe add a little tiny bit of water, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to give it a try here and see what happens. I'm going to say that's probably more than enough right there. Let me get a wet washcloth, because I'm not going to use paper towels. I'm going to use a nice wet washcloth to get all the extra glue off of here. Okay, let's see what happens here now. So I'm wondering if I should put, you know what, let me use this. We're going to put our trem block in here to hold that up. Then I'm just going to see here now how much glue I can put in here. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. It's not going in very good. Okay, plan B. You always got to have a plan B. Going to lean that right there. And let's see if we can get some glue down in here. Feels like it's all just kind of coming out of the top. Here we go. Okay, now let's do this real quick. Get the residue off there. There's going to be more of that. Okay, now let's flip this thing this way. And let's try this side. I thought that the tip of this was going to be metal, more like a hypodermic needle, but it's just got this rubber attachment on it, so this isn't exactly what I thought I was going to get from Amazon, but like I always do, we're going to make the most of what we got here. Now I'm going to move my old trem blocker out of the way. Alright, so looking at this kit, you know, I used the wrong tube. There are some tubes in, there are some actual metal, sort of hypodermic needle type of stuff, along with the, what I used is one of these rubbery ones. But this kit does, I should have took a little bit more time, and I would have found one of these in there. But it does include these, so you can really get in there good with them. So yeah, just to let you guys know, there'll be a link down in the description for these glue injectors. And I'm going to ask, and I'm going to try to see now if I can get some right in this area. There we go. And then down on the bottom side there. Okay, now we're going to put a clamp on it. Okay, so I'm just going to clamp it right here. Let's do it on the first fret. And Let's do it on the 5th fret. Tighten these babies down. There we go. Alright, and now, then let's just get some of the excess glue off of here. Now I'm the kind of guy, when I sell this guitar, I'm the kind of guy that I tell people everything that was done to it. I don't try to sneak around. It's not worth a couple of $100 to sneak around and say, oh yeah, this thing's great. I'm going to tell them that I had to do this. Plus all my customers usually watch all my videos anyhow, and they're going to be like, oh, that's the one you had to glue back together. And I'll be like, yeah, this is that one. So let me see if I can move it around this direction. And let's do the same thing on this side. Yeah, I usually do not ship guitars out of town. This is never going to end up getting shipped across the country to some poor unsuspecting soul. This thing is going to stay in the store until I can sell it to somebody that doesn't seem to mind that the fingerboard was re-glued. Not going to be sneaky about stuff. Okay, so what else do I got? Here we go. See if I can put this one right here. Okay, hopefully that's not damaging the fingerboard at all. And then I've got one that I will put right here on the 10th fret, 9th fret. There we go. I can see a little bit more glue coming, snugging. As I snug that down, I can see more glue coming out. That's a good thing. Means there's glue underneath there. Okay, let's let this dry up and I'll come back to it tomorrow. Okay, next day. Let's pull the clamps off of here. See if this worked, see if I screwed it up. Okay, it's there. Got a little bit of glue residue here and there on it. Let me reinstall the nut that's on here. Let's see, let's get some stuff out of the way. Plug in my string winder. I love this thing, the Ernie Ball Power Peg Pro. Stringing guitars for years with that thing. Okay, putting the nut back on. So, had a little problem here because I got some glue in that hole that holds the screw. But it's definitely going to be nice and tight now. Because, yeah, a little bit of that wood glue got in there. There we go. So that's in there good now. But here up close. Okay. Horrible camera work. Okay, so just gonna let you get in here nice and close and see how it looks. You can definitely feel it. Now, in McKnights' video, he took a little razor blade and he sort of cut the, he sort of scratched the end of it off here. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm not sure what to do right yet. I think I might just leave it like that. Okay. So there we go. There's a full turn. I'm feeling it getting snug. Now if you really snug this and you're trying to bend the neck down, there's a chance that the glue could just separate right here. There we go. Let's look at this one more time now. It's pretty flat. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Make sure that the wrench is in there perfect. Snug it a little bit more. Ooh, that was good. There we go. Just a little bit of back bow. I like that. It feels secure. I can kind of hear stuff clicking around in there a little bit. The truss rod's kind of moving around a little bit. Okay, now let's reattach the neck to the body. Hold that baby in there nice. Good. Good. Okay. Alright, so here I've got just a little furniture repair marker and it's a mahogany color. And I don't know if this is going to work nice or if this is going to make it look worse. We're all experimenting together here. Got some tape covering the fretboard. We're just trying to get it. It looks like it's maybe a close match. Let's see what happens here. What do you guys think? Not too bad. It's something, right? It's an effort. I don't even know if I really need to do this side, but let me set this on here and just maybe give it a little tiny little bit. I used to mask cars when I worked on the auto body back in the late 80s. I would work at an auto body. I worked at an Earl Scheib and I'd mask cars. Don't know if this is going to be good or bad or hurtful or helpful. There we go. It's some sort of an effort. So let's just let that dry up real quick. Throw some strings on it, and we're going to see what happens with this thing. SIT 9 through 42 extra lights. Alright, let's see now. Stringing this thing up. That's an extra B string. They give you extra strings in here. Extra high E and an extra B. This one is a 9. This is what's going on here. One of those guitars, it kind of takes 3 hands to string it up because you got to kind of hold that down there in that bridge. Alright, so I got this thing tuned up. But we saved it, but you can feel a little bit of the edge there. The bottom's a little bit better, but I do have some of these Stumac polishing cloths, and if I could probably sit here and really polish on it, and that would help. But yeah, you can feel a little bit of a lip there. We saved it. There it is, guys. It's all done. Big shout out to Phil for making a video showing us how to do this. Danelectro. I think it's called a U2. This one is for sale if any of you guys are interested. If you come into my shop, if you say, hey, I watched the video, and I will risk it. Let me see that thing. Let me see that thing you glued back together. And I'll be happy to show this, share it with you. And we can, and because of that, you know, it's going to be at a discount price, right? Thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great day. And keep strumming them guitars and go buy a guitar.